Welcome to Talk of the Town. I'm your host, Janet Crescent. Thanks for joining us today. Well, according to J.D. Power and Associates, travelers in 2015 were more satisfied than ever with their hotels. Two hotel brands that continue to earn high marks are with me today. I have Portia Baxter of Wyndham Garden Hotel and Jen Erickson of Candlewood Suites. Thanks for joining me today.
Thank you for having us.
You bet. So we're talking about Wyndham Garden Hotel and Candlewood Suites. I understand they're under the same ownership, and they're actually really close by each other in Fitchburg, Cahill, Maine, and Caddis Bend.
Correct.
So the things that you have in common is that you're both, I think I read, 4 miles from downtown.
Right.
11 miles from the airport.
Yep.
So not too bad.
Right.
What are some of the differences, though, between the two hotels?
Well, the Candlewood Suites is more of an extended stay hotel. So we get a lot of guests that stay anywhere from, 7 nights to a year. We also have a lot of guests that stay 1 or 2 nights just because they like it's a more quiet hotel, more like an apartment type setting, where the Wyndham Garden Inn has, I'll let you say.
The regular, like we have the breakfast restaurant, we have the dinner restaurant on site, and then it's basically for 1 to 2 night stays. I mean, we've done extended stays before, but like she's mentioned, it has basically like an apartment feel. So we try to work with our guests and pick which one they'd feel better for a long period of time.
Sure. So when people call in for reservations, you might actually guide them to one or the other?
Yes,
Correct,
exactly.
Yes. We work as a team.
Okay. Now, Candlewood's Suites has earned the highest marks for a second straight year for an extended stay hotel.
Yes.
That's pretty great. What makes you
Right.
stand out?
Well, we have a lot of different amenities within our hotel. We have a 24-hour fitness center, business center, indoor heated pool and whirlpool, complimentary on-site laundry, complimentary Wi-Fi. We have underground parking. We have a ballroom that you could host, a lot of people host a family party and then, everyone stays over. Otherwise, it's a great location for corporate meetings as well because the hotel during the day is usually pretty quiet, so it's easy for meetings to take place.
Some unusual things that I read that I could see making it more of a homey environment. You have an outdoor grill and you can borrow utensils?
Yes,
Okay.
yeah, we do.
And a lending locker. What is that?
So the lending locker is a wide variety of board games, a blender, juicers, anything you can think of that you would have at home that you don't like to travel with. And so when you're away from home, like our whole motto is service and comfort. So we try to accommodate any requests we get.
Don't have to pack that pasta maker.
Exactly.
My goodness, okay.
Yes.
Now you, Portia had mentioned the restaurants that are within the Wyndham Garden. One of them is Tuscany.
Yes.
And let's just clear up any misunderstanding that you don't have to be a hotel guest to dine
No.
at Tuscany.
Not at all. Open to the public as well.
And that's Mediterranean American.
Yeah, they just changed the whole entire new menu. So
Okay.
it's actually, they just started it last week, so it'll be pretty nice to kind of go in and see the differences on what they've made onto the menu. I know Jen has ate there last night.
Yes, I had the salmon there last night. It was delicious.
Now this is all credit due to a new chef, you
Yes,
said?
our new Swedish chef, Peter, as you guys have probably seen on the restaurant show as well.
Sure.
So he does a pretty amazing job.
Okay, very, very good. We actually just had our Christmas party
Yes,
there, and the food was fantastic.
Good to hear.
Before cameras were rolling, you and I were talking about ultimate stays. It's
Yes.
a way to upgrade your stay. Is it at the Candlewood or is it both?
It's at both hotels, so it's a upgrade you can add to your reservation. It includes dinner at the Tuscany Grill and then drinks. So there's a $25 option for the ultimate stay, and that includes rail drinks, and then you can upgrade it to $35, which includes the premium top shelf alcohol. So. And it's unlimited, so you can get a really nice value for your money there.
I'm thinking for $35 you get dinner. Basically, you're getting dinner and drinks.
Dinner and drinks, correct.
Yeah, that seems like a no-brainer in a way, doesn't it?
Right, yeah.
All right, any special promotions that you'd like to talk about before we head out today?
The Candlewood is currently running a special that we're doing through January 3rd. It started December 14th, where it's a radio ad, but we'll honor it with this segment as well, $75. If you have family or friends coming to town for the holidays, we're happy to host them at our hotel. And then both hotels.
We've
are-
arranged a little bit of a New Year's package with different types of rooms, so you can call and get different prices for Whirlpool suite, a king suite, or a standard room, and includes like champagne or the ultimate stays and everything. So front desk is doing pretty good at
All right,
asking what you need and putting them together for you.
matching it up.
Right. Right.
We're
So
out-
then
we're
with-
actually out of time, ladies. I'm so
Oh.
sorry. I know. I wish we could go on, but we've got to run. And thank you very much for
yeah,
stopping in.
thank you for
today.
having us.
We'll be right back with more Talk of the Town. Welcome back to Talk of the Town. With me, I have Andrew Fry, who's of Cosmic Delights on Atwood Avenue. Thanks for stepping in today
Well, thank you, Janet.
and
Thanks for having
bringing
me.
this along. So this is a crystal singing bowl, is that right?
That is correct.
What can you tell me about these?
Sure. Well, crystal singing bowls, they're amazing sound tools. They range in size from about 6 inches to 22 inches. To create them, they take quartz silica sand and they melt it down at very high temperatures. They put it in a centrifuge and spin it out. That's what creates the shape. And from there, they vary the height and the thickness to create a particular tone. They all are tuned to a particular note, which corresponds with a color as well as a chakra or energy center of your body.
Okay, and my understanding is it has to do with the vibration. Is that correct? And the tone, or how do they work?
Sure. Well, they create a vibration, and that vibration resounds with different parts of your body, specifically with your skeletal system. And so that's what puts you in an almost instant state of relaxation, meditative state when you're near them. And so this is what makes them super powerful tools for sound therapy.
I understand it's not that much different than just the word Om, which is got different levels of vibration as you say that word. And I have to say, I was at a yoga event where we had a smaller one of these, and it was placed on our belly, and it was quite relaxing. It created a feeling of almost like after you've had a massage, where things just feel quite relaxed. Well, thanks for
Absolutely.
bringing that in. It's a beautiful piece too. Cosmic Delights. Let's learn a little bit about what your store is like. You've brought some things along too.
Certainly. Cosmic Delights is a multifaceted mom and pop shop located over on Atwood Avenue. It's run by my wife Luna Lynn and myself. We are a heart-centered business. We've capitalized on the flair of the bohemian nature of the Near East Side of Madison. We offer an eclectic selection of gifts as well as local art with a focus on now age and metaphysical products.
Wow, that's a mouthful. I would have said they have oils and jewelry and journals and incense and candles, all of those things, and many of those things are here, right here in front of us. How did your store come about?
When we first came upon the space, the store prior to us was going out of business, and my wife and I went and looked at it, and she said to me, "Honey, I've had recurring dreams of this space." And I said, "Wow, it looks like we're doing another retail store." And so now it's 3 years later. We just had our 3rd anniversary in November. And this is my 6th retail incarnation. My first retail store was called Elves Palace and was in Stoughton, Wisconsin, and was from like 1996 to 06.
Oh, wow. What drew you into retail?
Retail is just one of those things that has always fascinated me. Selling products, showing products to different people, getting unknown products out there and showing it to the world is, I think, one of my callings.
Sure. You guys also offer events. Do you have some upcoming events right now?
We do have some upcoming events. We have a chakra toning on December 30th. We have a tarot class in February. It's a 4-part class. We're in the process of offering kirtan and Reiki shares as well. We're just negotiating the deals with the different people on those.
Okay, and if people want to find out when those are, you just go to your website?
You can go to the website, stop in the store, or go to our Facebook page.
All right. Earlier, before the cameras were going, we were talking about the gratitude box you have there in the corner. Tell me more about that.
Sure. Well, the gratitude box is something that came to me a while ago. A lot of people may have trouble talking to or showing gratitude towards loved ones or friends. And so we came up with the idea that if you had something to kind of slowly put these different tidbits of gratitude for other people in a place and then accumulate an amount of them, then you're able to send that to them, and they will feel your gratitude and get in the space of gratitude, which is a very powerful human emotion.
It sure is. Yeah, we all need to work on our attitude of gratitude a little bit. So you put in things that remind them, remind you of them, and then you package this up and give it to them.
Correct.
Did I get that right? Okay. All right. Let's see. I'm trying to think of what else you brought that you'd want to share. We've got just a few seconds left. Can you pick
Sure.
one item?
Well, we have the, well, I guess probably the newest, most exciting item we brought in CBD products. CBD products are the pain-relieving element of the cannabis plant. There's an enormous amount of research being done into the different health benefits of them, as far as relieving tumors, antispasmodic things, psoriasis, excuse me, not psoriasis, arthritis, and a wide variety of other things. The list goes on and on. We currently carry them in edible as well as vapable formats, and you're going to be hearing a lot about them in the future.
All right, great. We are already out of time. I wish we could talk about more of the things you brought today. This is Andrew Fry of Cosmic Delights. We'll be right back with more Talk of the Town. Welcome back to Talk of the Town. Our next guest is from a nonprofit that began as a 5-year experiment and now, 30 years later, has grown to have a staff of 10, I think. That sounds about right. Many volunteers and have helped even more people along the way. With me, I have Rena Kornblum. She's from the Hancock Center for Dance Movement Therapy. Thanks for coming in today, Rena.
Thanks for having me.
Did I get that right? You have a staff of around 10 now?
Well, we just had 2 people retire, so we're
so now
a
you're
slightly
down.
smaller staff.
But still, 30 years later, actually it's a little over 30 years. Let's start at the beginning. What is dance movement therapy?
So dance movement therapy is a unique form of psychotherapy that integrates the entire person. It uses movement, creativity, words, to integrate the mind and the body. It's strength-based. So a lot of times people come to therapy and they come maybe with a problem in mind, and what they're thinking about is how big their problem is. And in dance movement therapy, we look for, we accept the problem, but we look for what are their strengths. And we start with what people's strengths are, and we use those to work through issues.
Now, the woman that founded this, she has a PhD in clinical psychology, is that correct?
That's correct.
Okay, so it's definitely based in psychology. She also had some education in dance as well, so there's that integration there. So I understand it's a way to access emotions and issues that maybe verbal therapy cannot get to?
That's correct.
Okay.
Sometimes they work very well together, and you shouldn't think that because you're going to a dance therapy session, you're not going to talk.
Right.
Because it's a balance of both. And in fact, some people, maybe they have a large background in trauma and they might come to a session and they're not ready to move yet. So then what we might work on is gaining a sense of what's going on in their body. Even if they're sitting in a chair, like I'm sitting in the chair right now, I can feel my feet on the ground. I can feel my bottom in the chair. I can feel my breath. So I become aware of what's going on in my body. And as I begin to talk about different issues that maybe get me upset, my breathing might change, tension areas might change, and I might start with that. A session might not look like dance.
Sure.
And I think it's really important for people to understand that when people come to a dance movement therapy session, we're not teaching them dance lessons. And they don't need to have any dance background.
So the folks, the therapists that are conducting these sessions are trained to look at kinesiology, neurology, anatomy, movement, things like that, as well as the psychology end of things.
That's correct.
All right.
We are licensed in the state of Wisconsin to practice psychology through dance movement therapy.
Okay. What might a session look like?
Okay, so sessions are different by who your client is. But almost every session has a warm-up where we're warming up the body or checking in either verbally or physically, a place where we might develop a theme, and some kind of a closure where we're coming back to center. So a warm-up might be, if I had a group, say, it might be everybody come up with a movement and then to show how you're feeling today. And then everybody does that movement. And so we do it together. So you might say, oh, I'm having a hard day, and here's my movement. So we might all do that, and we might make the same sigh of, And so everybody acknowledges how you're feeling. We go around, everybody's checking in and acknowledging and seeing. Being seen and heard is an important part of the work.
It sure is, yeah.
Let's say half of the people are having a hard day. That might become a theme of, wow, it seems like a lot of you are feeling stressed out. Let's see if we can take that into a movement activity. And that movement activity can vary from putting some music on, and maybe we would do some stress reduction, but maybe we would go into the feeling stressed. And like, how could we make it bigger? Could you make that feeling of stress into a sculpture that you could visualize, and we could move with that?
Sure. We're actually, believe it or not, out of time. And there's so much
We
more
didn't
to
even
talk
get into the
about.
clients that we serve.
I know, you help so many people. We'll have to have you back and go a little bit deeper into this. Thank you so much for coming on today, Rena. This is Rena Kornblum. She's from the Hancock Center of Dance Movement Therapy on Hancock Street. We'll be right back with more Talk of the Town. Welcome back to Talk of the Town. If you love leading designers, brand names, and great deals, look no further than the Johnson Creek Premium Outlets. With me, I have Bonnie Hurdle from Johnson Creek Premium Outlets. Thanks for coming in today.
Oh, thank you. Thank you for having me.
And for bringing these fabulous things. We've had a lot of fun talking about these before the cameras were rolling. We'll talk about them again in just a minute. Let's, now that we have people's attention with cool stuff and the promise of great prices, where can they find Johnson Creek Premium Outlets?
Well, Johnson Creek Premium Outlets is conveniently located on I-94 at exit 267, so it's about 25 minutes from Madison. It's a very quick drive.
I think we talked about this before. It's a straight shot and like one exit or
One
something.
exit. It's very simple to get to, and we're just right off the interstate. Very quick and easy to get to.
All right. So back to the good deals. What are some of the ways that shoppers are getting good deals at?
Well, the most important thing is that you first need to know before you go, so please log on to our website at premiumoutlets.com. Sign up for our VIP Shopper Club. It's free and it's easy to sign up, and then you're going to be able to get the coupon book for free and online exclusive deals that maybe aren't in the coupon book, so it's so important to know before you go. But then the other thing is to make sure you visit guest services. That's where you're going to redeem your voucher for a coupon book, but we also might have some other coupons and surprises for you. So never start your shopping trip without visiting guest services. That's really important.
Okay, so you could go there and shop, but you'd be missing out on even better opportunities if you didn't sign up for what you called the VIP...
The VIP Shopper Club.
Okay, the VIP Shopper Club, that was this thing here. And I asked you earlier, what's the catch? What's the downside? And
there's no downside. First of all, it's free to sign up for. Then you're going to get emails. I mean, we're not going to bombard you with a ton of emails, but we're going to send you those important emails that let you know, what events are going on. We have some great events throughout the entire year. Some sales, sidewalk sales. Dear Widows Weekend, which is November, so mark that on your calendar, and just, some great events that we want to make sure our most important shoppers know about.
okay, let's
So
talk.
there's no downside.
Yeah, okay, it seems like a no-brainer.
Exactly.
All right, so let's talk about some of the great stores. What are the hot stores? I see you have some of my favorites over there.
Exactly. Well, we have a lot of great stores, and again, you can visit our website to see a full listing of the stores. But there's a couple of stores that are unique to Johnson Creek Premium Outlets that you're not going to find at any other outlet center in the state. And we'll just start maybe with the basket here. So this is Harry and David, and they're known for their pears, their
Absolutely.
gourmet food, their moose munch, their coffee. They can build these baskets for you, and then they can wrap them. I mean, they're just beautiful. They great customer service. And again, it's the only one in the state, so it's definitely worth the drive out. And if you're a member of the VIP Shopper Club, then you can get an extra savings out of our coupon book.
Now, I've never been in the Harry and David store. Did I hear you say you can customize your basket? So you can pick and choose, and then they make it look all pretty.
They do, and they all wrap it, and they put some pretty
under tissue in there and everything, and they
Of
put a
course.
bow on it. So, I mean, whether you still haven't done your Christmas shopping, or maybe it's going to be after the holidays when people get together, this is definitely the great place to go to get some gift items.
Or just anytime, a nice hostess gift.
Exactly.
Love it.
Yeah. And perfect items for after the holidays. Maybe you're having New Year's Eve party or something, so it would be great for that too. So
Let's talk about Nike. That's another one that is unique.
unique to Johnson Creek Premium Outlets in that it's a Nike or clearance store, not a factory store. So you never know what you're going to get, but you're always going to get quality merchandise at amazing prices. And we just brought along a couple of just looks, I mean, great fashion statements. And now that, you know, the holidays are starting to wind down, of course, everyone's going to be thinking about working out, and you always feel better about working out when you look good and what you're wearing. So it's really important. And just a great store. You never know what you're going to find, but you're always going to find some great, amazing deals.
That's so true. And you're right, with New Year's resolutions, and usually it's about working out.
Yes.
What a great place to go. We're almost out of time. Do you want to talk about the marketing and how that's changed for the outlet center?
You know what I guess has changed the most for us is that we have gone more to social media, and so it's really important to sign up and join us on Facebook, like us on Facebook, follow us on Twitter. So help me grow my likes, and we're posting, you know, daily to our Facebook, so you can really see what's going on, you know, just at the minute. So that's great exposure for us.
Get the goods while the
Exactly.
getting's hot.
Exactly.
Alrighty, well, we're out of time. Thank you
Okay.
so much for talking to us about this and bringing these in. Love everything that you brought.
Well, thank you.
All
Thanks again
right.
for having me.
That's it for Talk of the Town. Thanks to all of our guests. Thank you for watching. We'll see you next time on the CW57.